Babu amka. Baba ameenda. Babu mbona kujaamka?
Hiya guys, back to our YouTube channel. Don't try to swipe up this video. Ensure umelike ili ifikie watu wengi. Moments ambazo nataka nikuonyeshe ni nini vijana wanajaribu kuleta aibu kwa boma ya Raila Amolo Odinga. Ensure umelike video. You see guys, nimesikia kwamba Wajaluo wako na njia mingi za kumon mpendwa wao wakati ambapo ameaga dunia. But Raila Odinga sio mpendwa wao peke yao. Raila Odinga amepigania nchi nzima ambayo ni Kenya. So guys, kama mko na njia mingi za kumon, msitumie hiyo njia kumon Raila Odinga. Nimekuwa nikiangalia vizuri tena zaidi moments ambazo Raila Odinga aliingia Kisumu Airport, akapelekwa Mamboleo, akatolewa pale. Wakati ambapo alikuwa anaelekea Bondo kwake manyumbani, nimeona vijana na watu wazima wanabomoa gate, wanavunja gate ili waingie ndani. And mmesahau kwamba guys, Raila Odinga shaaga dunia. Raila Odinga ako na wapendwa ambao amewaacha nyuma. Mama Ida Odinga ako pale. Kuna watoto, kuna brothers and so on. Kuna majirani. So, why are you going there to break gates ili kuingia ndani ya boma ya Raila Amolo Odinga? Unajua guys, acha tuongee ukweli. Why? Juzi niliona moments Raila Odinga aliingia hapa nchini Kenya, akitolewa India. Niliona Gen Zs wakitoroka na gate ya VIP Parliament. Nikashindwa, hii ndio kumon ama kuna mtu anajaribu sponsoring hii destruction? Unajua, I don't know nini inaendelea guys. Yaani kila mahali mkiingia mnataka kubreak. Kila mahali mkiingia mnataka kuharibu. So, mwache kutumia hiyo nafasi eti kwamba Raila Odinga ameaga dunia, tunasikia uchungu, so tunaweza fanya anything. No. Huyu jamaa shaenda bana. Kuna watu wanafaa kuishi pale. Tukuwe na heshima wakati tuna mourn. Hiyo ni stupidity bwana. Nataka nikuchezee hiyo clip. But ensure umelike video na nasema thanks kwa hiyo like yako. Kabla tuangalie hiyo clip guys, always huwa na kufanyia combination. Danstan Omari amekuwa akituelezea today kwa nini Raila Odinga amefanyiwa state funeral. Juu sheria inasema kwamba state funeral haifai kufanyiwa a vice president ama deputy president. Kuna watu kadhaa wanafaa kufanyiwa state funeral. And kuna watu walikuwa nasema kwamba kwa nini Raila Odinga amefanyiwa state funeral. So now that's why Danstan Omari, huyu ni lawyer ambaye pia amekula kalamu sana, tunamuelewa. Danstan Omari anajaribu kutuambia kwa nini Raila Odinga amefanyiwa state funeral. Ensure umelike. Sikiza.
Welcome to our Hotel Copter Explainer that comes on a very special day where the Right Honorable Raila Odinga's body was flown today to Kisumu for the final journey tomorrow. On behalf of Hotel Copter News, on behalf of myself, Danstan Omari, who was Baba's advocate, we wish to pass our sincere condolences. Today we want to get an explainer on what the law talks about state federal. Everybody has seen the military all over. What is the state funeral? The law on the Retirement of President's Benefits Act, which is Cap 11 of 2020, provides the following. In section 11, it says, a retired president shall be accorded a state funeral. Then who is a retired president? It is someone who has been elected and served as a head of state of this country. Remember, the vice president and deputy president are not supposed to be given state burial according to the law. But we'll come to explain why Raila Odinga is not a retired president, but he has been given a state funeral. One of the considerations is that 1964, we have had the following state funerals. The first one was in 1978 when Jomo Kenyatta, the late founding father of the nation, was accorded a state funeral. In 2020, retired President Moi was the second one to be accorded a state burial or a state funeral. In 2011, we have Professor Wangari Maathai, the famous environmentalist, was the third person to have been accorded a state funeral. In 2024, we have Kelvin Kiptum. Kelvin Kiptum was the one who was given, this was an athlete. In 2016, we have Mama Lucy Kibaki, the wife of President Kibaki, Mwai Kibaki, was accorded a state funeral. In 2017, we have the former Minister for Interior, Joseph Kainseri, who was accorded a state funeral. In 2024, we have the CDF, Ogola, that is General Francis Ogola, who was accorded a state funeral. In 2022, we have Mwai Kibaki, the President of the Republic of Kenya, who was accorded a state burial. In 2023, we have the widow of Dedan Kimathi, that is Mukami wa Kimathi, was accorded a state funeral in 2023. In 2003, we have Kijana Wamalwa, who was then a vice president of Mwai Kibaki. In 2003, he died and he was accorded a state funeral. Lastly, in 2025, that's tomorrow, Raila Odinga will be the last person since independence to have had a state burial. What entails a state burial? A state burial, one, the President of the Republic must proclaim that there is going to be a state burial. This is after the National Security Council. That is the highest council that deals with security matters of the country, meets and decides that it is good for one to be given a state burial. Two, the cabinet must approve the decision of the National Security Council, and once the cabinet has approved, the military takes over. State burial, it is only the CDF, it is only KDF that does everything. The body moves away from being a body of the family to the body of the KDF. They will provide the coffin, they will guard the body. The body must be taken to Parliament to lie in state. You saw what happened the first time when Raila Odinga was to come from India. He was supposed to be taken to Parliament. Logistically, when it became impossible, yesterday, very early in the morning, 6 in the morning, Raila Odinga had to lie in state, that is in Parliament. After Parliament, the body is taken to a public place. That is why the body had to be taken to Nyayo National Stadium for official, the army to provide the final rituals of the body. Lastly, the body will be taken where it is going to be buried. It is KDF, the military, that will bury him. That is the law on how one can get a state burial. So the question is, how did Raila Odinga come to be given the benefits of like a retired president? Raila Odinga one time was a prime minister of the Republic of Kenya. He was number 2 in command after the president, Mwai Kibaki. 2, Raila Odinga's performance as a politician, as a leader in this country, has given him that position that every Kenyan will admit that Raila Odinga indeed deserved a state funeral. That is the law on the state funerals as they are unfolding. May we live in peace. May we have harmony. Let us mourn our hero silently. Let us mourn our hero and bury him with all the state accolades, with all the statesman character that Raila Odinga had. From Copter News, we shall be live from Bondo, bringing it live as Raila Odinga is being interred. Thank you very much.
So now, acha tuangalie upande wa Siaya, Bondo, kwa boma ya Raila Odinga. Hawa vijana angalia mambo.
Away the evil spirit is very separate from the ones that you donate to the family. So you cannot come with bulls and use it for the traditional events, then later on donate it to the family for use during the funeral. It is considered a taboo. So the people who are bringing such must distinguish that, so that the ones that are being used to chase away the evil spirits are separate, and the ones that are donated to the family as part of condoling with them are also separate.
Okay. So who decides which ones are for what?
It is the person who brings them, because ideally you cannot bring cows and you use it for that traditional practice, then you donate it for slaughtering and stuff like that. Because remember, you are chasing away the evil spirits.
I'd like to say a few things about the situation that we found ourselves in today. None of us knew that the time had come that my dear husband, Raila Odinga, was going to leave us. But since the time has come, we have to deal with it the way it is. I just want to make a small statement concerning the situation. I know Raila was loved by his people, his family, his community, his party members, Kenyans, Africa, and even many parts of the world. The way I'm saying this is because I've received condolences messages from many, many parts of the world. And tomorrow I hope I'll be able to read for you. Now I want to appeal to our people. I want to appeal to our people that we must mourn Raila in peace. It is a solemn occasion. It is not an occasion of confusion. Things work better if we do it in a solemn manner. I want to appeal. I've been to many international funerals. I was in the funeral of Nelson Mandela. I was in the funeral of Winnie Mandela. I was in the funeral of President Magufuli here in Tanzania. It was a solemn occasion. It is only through the still voice that we can be able to hear and understand one another.
So mnaanza kubreak gate ili muingie ndani. Kwani mnataka Raila Odinga kizikwa tukue na damages kwa hiyo boma? Unajua, umeona wakati Raila Odinga aliingia tena hapo, kulikuwa na tear gas ilikula tena watu. Wengine wakaaga dunia, wengine wakajeruhiwa. Na tusipochunga wale ambao wanafanya faults, wenye mnatenda dhambi, kila mahali mkiingia lazima mtende dhambi, inaweza kuwa mwisho wenu. Chungeni sana, chungeni sana. Let us mourn Raila Odinga in a style, in a good way, in peace. Last story of the day, Professor Ogolla is telling us how Raila Odinga abandoned in India. Hakuwa na mtu pale, alikuwa peke yake. So Raila Odinga alikuwa na struggle, lonely, until akaaga dunia. Na ndio nawaambia Raila Odinga aliaga dunia kitambo. Wengine wakaniambia Winnie Odinga alikuwa pale. Winnie Odinga hakuwa pale. Mwenye alikuwa pale ilikuwa bodyguard wa Raila Odinga. Hizo videos zenye zilikuwa zinareleasiwa very early in the morning wakati Raila Odinga aliaga dunia, hizo videos zilikuwa zishachukuliwa na zilikuwa zimewekwa tu. Unajua guys, rais ni mtu anaweza amua anything, anaweza sema chochote na ifanyike. So what about kama alisema acheni hizo video msijaribu kupost? Kuna vitu bado na finalize. Wewe ulifikiria ungepost? Hakuna, zilireleasiwa wakati Raila Odinga alitangazwa very early in the morning. Huyu ni Ogolla, sikiza.
Death of Raila Odinga was very untimely, very untimely. You could see all signs in it. First of all, he was in India, his wife, his children, no family member was there, which means it was not serious. I also watched Raila'S landing in India. He was in a plane. No one was even holding him. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is good to be back home. I take this very important moment, first of all, to thank God for the life of Raila Odinga. Thank his family for giving us the gift of Raila Odinga. Thank the people of Bondo for having given us the gift of Raila Odinga, who has been a very important leader nationally, globally, and beyond. I want to take this chance, first of all, to send my dear condolences to the family of Raila Odinga, especially Mama Ida Odinga, Winnie Odinga, Rosemary, Junior, and all the grandchildren. I also want to pass my condolences to his brother, Oburu Odinga, and even other nephews and nieces. We have lost a hero. The hero has done his part. May his soul rest in peace. The second thing I want to do is to thank the government of Kenya for having done a very speedy process to give Raila his wishes of 72 hours. We know it's on course. I want to thank in particular the military that has done a great job with military precision, that has made Raila Odinga to have this very honorable state burial that has taken place very well. I thank all the leaders who have come for this function, and I want to thank them most sincerely. The third people to thank really are the people of Kenya. People came in unity for the mourning of Raila Odinga. You could see the air, you could feel real love for the people of Kenya. You could see it coming out very clearly. When people came to Nyayo, they went everywhere. You could see the real love. You united together to mourn Raila Odinga. And we thank God for this spirit of love. And Baba, you know, we loved you, but God loved you more. Dear to us you remain, but dearer still is God. So we submit to the will of God. Now I want to take this time, first of all, to condemn how the preparation was poor for the body viewing, the execution, the security lapses, not use of intelligence. That viewing of the body became disastrous and we lost so many people. What looked so expected looked to them so unexpected. People knew Raila Odinga was a towering figure. People were going to flock into all areas he is. Why were they so unprepared? The president chaired a security council meeting in the morning. What were they chairing if they cannot even prepare to save life that was there? And the worst thing, I heard the Deputy President Kindiki saying that the morning the viewing of the body was peaceful, yet we lost at least 4 people that we know. I know the family that we have lost, Morris, the family of Meshach. I saw the father crying. Father Meshach was crying with deep pain. And then it is like they has not happened. It is completely possible that we could avoid this one. I'm sure we have done other body viewing before and no one died. And sometimes they want to brand the Luo community to be a community of chaos and violence, but that might not be the case. I want to take this time to tell the government, please, you should do better. The second thing now I want to condemn is that this death of Raila Odinga was very untimely, very untimely. You could see all signs in it. First of all, he was in India, his wife, his children, no family member was there, which means it was not serious. I also watched Raila'S landing in India. He was in a plane. No one was even holding him. Even the walk he took, it is clear he took a walk, which means this could be avoided. But what went wrong? We know Raila went for alternative medicine. And I know that Raila'S health is a state health. It was supposed to be taken kama ni maisha yake ni kama ya nchi mzima. Sasa hata rais alifaa ajue Raila Odinga ameenda treatment India. Ameenda kwa facility gani? Je, iko namna gani? Hakuna vile mtu anaweza kuwa ametembea anaanguka na anaenda kuchukuliwa na gari ambayo inakaa kama matatu. It was not even an ambulance. Inakaa kama wheelbarrow. You could not see an ambulance there. Angechukuliwa na life support machine. The CPR being done was being done kama alikuwa anaweza kwa sababu kama umekuwa na even cardiac arrest, it gives you 30 minutes to 45 minutes to survive. Walichukua muda mrefu kwa sababu that hospital was too packed. In fact, the response time was very slow. And I think that there is a need for an investigation after Raila Odinga has been put to rest. The last thing I want to tell Kenyans, in spite of all these very many things, let us exercise calm. Let us give Raila a send-off that he has fought for peace, he has fought for justice, he has fought for calmness. Let it be calm. I'm asking all the communities, especially now that Raila's next event is going to take place in Luo Nyanza. In Kisumu, please, no stampede. We cannot lose anyone more because a life one lost is a life too many to lose. Exercise caution, calmness, be cool, calm, and collected. And the last thing I want to say, which is important, people are asking too many questions. Oh, who is next? Oh, what will Juan do? Oh, who will lead the Luo nation? I can tell you, the era of kingpinship is over. Nobody can replace Raila Odinga. Raila is a bishop. It cannot be replaced by those priests making noise that they can replace him. Let us first of all mourn. In our culture, when a leader dies, everything is suspended, even planting, even digging, so that people can mourn. Let us get time to mourn. People fighting, looking for popularity at this time, they are disrespecting the man who could have stopped everything he was supposed to do if they are the ones who died. And I want to say that I also saw that when Raila Odinga died, the people who were closest to him were ignored. Kalonzo Musyoka was Raila's running it. Martha Karua was Raila's running it. They were not even given a chance to talk. The people used to insult him and abuse him, who wish him dead, who call him Muganga, are the ones speaking. Actually, Raila's funeral was put in contrast to the people who should be. Some of us have fought for him, have bled for him, have wept for him, have lost our jobs for him, but we cannot even go closer because we are not close to military precision. And I want to urge the family that as you mourn, welcome home those who stood with Raila. Open your doors for them. Open your heart for them. Love those people who loved Raila when he was alive, not those who now start loving him when he's dead. You gave him flowers that you rejected to give him. The red carpet you offered to him, you didn't give him when he deserved it. Why do you do all that and put other people beside? And I want to say that if it's leadership, leadership will emerge. Leadership is vision. Leadership is about qualities. A leader will emerge. Who gave Raila the leadership? He emerged from his home. He emerged from his family. Long live Raila Odinga. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Amen. Thank you.